you'll notice is very dusty and dirty because it's been, the gears stripped on it about I think 3 to 4 years ago. I allowed someone to do a little bit of a job up here in my workshop while I was away, and when I came back they said to me, very sorry, but we think we've broken your little mill. And indeed they had. So anyway, we're about to repair it, do something about it, and so we'll start by removing the just the plastic cap and undoing this 4 little Allen screws here. So we'll undo those and have a look. Okay, so I will be fast forwarding or speeding up some of the footage here, because otherwise you're going to get pretty bored trying to watch this. So we'll pick this up and put over here. Have a little look. Oh yes. You can see there the nice little plastic gear. The teeth are missing just there. This is a typical fault with these little mills. You give it, you make it work a little bit too hard, and this is the first thing that'll go here. But I also suspect that the gears have gone inside there as well. So we'll just go a little bit further into this, and okay, so we just wire the motor there, so it doesn't flop off and pull the wires out of it or something silly like that. That's a bit tight. And actually, all you actually need to get this gear off, if it's damaged anyway, so you're not going to damage it anymore, just get a couple of screwdrivers. Incidentally, this screwdriver is older than me. That was actually given to me by a dear old friend who's now passed away, and he was 94 when he died, and he gave me this screwdriver. It's a little bit of trivia. Anyway, so you can, oh there you go, straight up like that, and it comes off the shaft like that. And you can see that the gear is actually split through as well, right where, oh there you go, is that right where those teeth are missing, he's actually split through on the back side. And you'll notice that there's a keyway there. Well, we'll get the key out now. That's on the back here. Okay, so there's the keyway there, little keyway. Just pick it out, and it should just pop out. Actually, a little bit of luck. There you go. Fell out there, didn't you? If you were just replacing the gear, there's no reason to take this out. But we are doing a little bit more than taking, rather replacing the gears, because I'm going to remove that shaft altogether and the gear train inside it, because it becomes a damn nuisance. If you just put a belt drive on the top here and you don't take that shaft out, it can cause you trouble, because this is the gear select here, and it just rises and falls a gear train up inside, which meshes with two gears on this shaft in here for memory. And what can happen with vibration of the machine running is this selector lever can actually move and engage those gears, and it can cause you some problems. Like I say, in fact, I think with this particular machine, there's something gone inside there as well. So yeah, oh yeah, there you go. I think that's supposed to be in gear and it's gone outside. I think the gears are stripped inside there as well, because that shaft is now in stop moving lock. Okay. Okay, that's now high speed. You can hear it go clonk clonk. Yeah, hear it? So the gears have stripped in there as well. So okay, so the next thing to do is to take this collar off here. Now, the easiest way to do that is, let's see how tight it's going to be. So there's a little Allen grub screw there that you have to undo. That locks it onto the thread there. So we'll get him undone. Now, the easiest way I know of undoing a collar like this without a purpose wrench is you get a brass drift like this, and you don't have to have a big hammer. Now, from memory, I think this is probably a left-hand thread, so it's going to have to be, you're going to have to go the direction of doing up to undo him. So here we go. We just put him on there like that, and just a decent, I think that might have gone. Yep. That shouldn't be very, let's hang on to this. Incidentally, keep all these parts, because you're going to want them to put the kit together. I think we can actually do without that, but keep it all the same. I keep everything. You never know when you're going to need something like that. Because in actual fact, where this collar has gone on, and this is where the hole is, that you put the bar in to lock the shaft up when you want to undo the drawbar. That collar is going to be incorporated into the drive pulley that I'm going to machine up to go on here. So we won't actually require that. Another keyway in the back here, so just get a screwdriver, just get on the tip of him, just hook him out. So now this two, oh, that's plastic. I know what, that's plastic under there. There's two like dust collars now. So we're going to want to take this all the way out. So we'll take both of them off. So here's a piece of, just a plastic dust collar. We'll put that in there, which then reveals the top bearing. So now we'll do the same for the underside. Okay, so what we're going to do now is what you have to do is give this a good belting to get this shaft out from this top bearing. It should push the bottom bearing out with it. I'll be using the bearings again. I know there's nothing wrong with those, but I need to get the gear, this shaft and gear, out from the inside of this cavity, and to do that I've got to get this out, I presume. We'll find out whether I'm right or wrong in a few minutes. But to keep this head up, right, just these Sieg X2s are equipped with like a stay, which you just bring up underneath the head there, lock him up. He's not going to go anywhere now. Now, the best method I have found to get any bearings out like this is get a good piece of oak like this, because then you're not going to damage the thread. Stick him on there and just give it a bit of persuasion. Yep, that's coming, but I just broke my piece of wood, so I better go and get another piece. Okay, if oak is a little bit too soft, right, you can always use a little bit of aluminium. Coming down, I just got this bit of oak here now, just to catch it if it comes out a bit too quick. And all this is doing is protecting the thread from any damage. Now I can revert back to a bit of oak, I think. Just get this last bit out, just use a bit of a brass drift and just... There you go, there she is. There she comes. There she comes. Okay. There we are, one shaft with bearing. And also, of course, there's the drive keyway. There should be a plastic gear inside there as well, which was on this shaft. So we'll just put this shaft aside because we're going to put that back in. Oh, there he is there. Ooh. Yeah, I can see that the gears are stripped in there too. So, you get this top bearing out now. So just take your time. There you go. And it'll pop out from there. Okay. And that bearing is perfect. So we can use the bearings again. Okay, let's have a look at, ooh, there's a mess in there. I'll bring you in for a little bit of a look at that. Okay, let's bring you in for a bit of a look in there. And you can see here, there's a whole tooth missing there, and he's split. So that means the gears inside there are gone as well, which I suspected. Now, so those pair of gears there on, if I just catch out of the gear select, get this one out the way a bit, maybe not. There we go. If I move that one out the way a little bit, and then move the gear select up. Well, that's all I can move it. Hopefully you can detect the second gear underneath there and that one there, which mesh with this. And there's a selector fork. You see him moving in the background there. You see the selector fork there. Yeah, so that's center shaft. And that whole center gear there has to be taken out. This white bigger gear here that you see, this one here that I'm moving around, that was on that drive shaft, the most tapers in where you put your chuck in. Now this gear is going to remain. We're going to put him back on the shaft because that is the actual spacer block, and he'll be all right. We can keep him in there. But those two little bearings there, they got to come out. Now, I'm not sure whether I can get them out through the top here. Hopefully I can. If I can't, I'm going to have to actually take this whole head off and split him from here and take him out through the back. I hope it's not going to come to that, but we'll see. Okay, we're on the underside of him, on the underside of the head now. If I can get the light in the right position. There's on the bottom end of this shaft there's a circlip there, so just get some circlip pliers. You can actually do this with a couple of small screwdrivers, but if you've got circlip pliers, sometimes it's easier. Yeah. probably should have my reading glasses on for this one. He's stuck. He's going to come, I think. What's he stuck in? Oh, he's stuck in there, look. So we'll just get that in there. Ease him out. There we go. He's out. A bit bent now, but he's out. And get a bit of oak, stick just on there, just give him a bit of a tap. That's it, he moves. So I know he's going to come out fairly easy. And actually I'll put you back at the top side so you can see him coming up through. Okay, get a bit of a punch now, get him on the end of this shaft. There we go. One shaft out. I wonder if we can get that gear out now. So you should be able to get a pair of point nose pliers and catch hold of the little fork. Pull that out. Oh. Okay, actually it's dropped into the back here, so just get a bit of wire in this case and fish it out. Here she comes. There you go, one gear. One slightly damaged gear. Ooh. A very damaged gear actually. Which is totally tainted. And the selector fork. And any other particles that are in there. Here comes the selector fork. You need to take this one out as well. There's a selector fork. You need to take that out as well. So there it is. And any, well, broken off teeth or anything that's left in there, if you can, if they're there. Oh, here we go. And here's the offending broken off tooth. Here's the offending gear, and don't forget to remove the fork as well. You don't want that floating around in there when you're milling something, because it'll lock it up pretty damn quick if it gets caught. So get out all the pieces that are left in there that you can. It should be fairly easy, as you just saw. So now we're at a stage where we can actually put this back together. And really it's just the reverse of what you just saw. It's just a matter of, you don't necessarily have to have the keyway in there. I'd take the keyway out actually. That's not really necessary to have that in there. It's, like I say, it's just the reverse. You put this back up through, and tap in back up through there using a bit of wood or something, bit of hardwood or a bit of aluminium, because you do not want to damage the metal surfaces here, or indeed the threads. So to avoid any damage, use either hardwood or a piece of aluminium, soft material, so you don't damage the threads or any of the surfaces of the metal. Don't forget that gear now, the one inside there, the big gear on this shaft, that needs to stay in there, because you're going to put him back on this shaft as you put the shaft in, and put everything back in, bearings, tap the bearing back in, and then we can start measuring up the shaft, measuring up how far the motor is going to be away from the shaft, and pick up all these bolt holes here, and everything that's necessary to be able to make a base plate to hold a pivot point for the motor, to hold the plate for the motor on a pivot point, and then an adjustable area, segmented slot, curved slot, which all can be machined on CNC Router. It'll do it no problem at all. Provided you take it nice and slowly, steady, it'll do it. And actually what I think I'll do is I'll actually put for those of you who don't have a damaged gear inside here and want to try and lock up this shaft so the gears are in neutral full time, that's fine as well. I just say, you know, sort of take it out from there. It's a fairly easy process. But for those of you who want to leave that shaft in there with those gears, to maybe put in at a different time, maybe convert it back to gear, I don't know. What I'll do is I'll put, I'll make a hole or a recess for this shaft, to actually go into. For those of you who don't want to take this shaft out or find it too difficult or whatever, we can do that as well. I think it's probably a good idea. And okay, so we'll I don't think it's really necessary for me to film me putting this back together. I think you've probably got the gist of things. It's just the reverse. I've taken it apart, and we'll skip now straight through to the drawing up. And oh, incidentally, I've got a new program too, SolidWorks. So we'll probably sketch it up into SolidWorks and make it all 3D and all nice and pretty, and then put it into ArtCAM and get ArtCAM to draw up the tool paths for us, and then we'll put it onto the CNC machine and cut the aluminium parts out and assemble it all on here, and that'll be done. And by that time I should have taken delivery of my package from China of all the components, the NEMA 23s, they're the high torque ones too. They're the 425 ounce inch. So they are fairly big for this machine, but I'm going to have them direct coupled, not geared down in any way. So it requires slightly higher torque. Quite frankly, the smaller ones probably, they'll do the job, but I like to have it designed very reliable with, shall we say, a certain amount of, I suppose, butch factor, we'll call it. So, okay, I'll put this together then, and then we'll start. The next video will be measuring up and drawing up the actual kit to go on here. Then the one after that, I think, will be, we'll machine the kit and we'll put it on, and then the one after that, we'll start the conversion of the to make this into a CNC machine. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today, and please, if you have, press like or subscribe to my channel. That's always a good thing. And on the bottom corner down there, sometimes YouTube or Google put it up the top or down the bottom, but there's a little red box there somewhere. You press on that, that'll take you directly to my YouTube channel, where there is 128 or so videos that you have to choose from, and I hope you enjoy some of them. So from me now, it's bye for now.